Good evening, welcome to the University of Worcester Arena. You're live with us here on the Worcester Wolves YouTube channel. I wish you could see what I can see. For this BBL Championship game between the hometown Worcester Wolves and the visiting Plymouth Raiders. Two teams in rude health right now. Plymouth, they make the road trip up here to Worcester, having won 4 on the bounce. And Paul James will be further buoyed by a tremendous 6-point win against the London Lions just last week. Plymouth, very big physical outfit, as we know. Michael Ocharobia and Prince Ebate doing the damage down low, and Ashley Hamilton, Mike Marcel both pouring in over 17 points per game. Wolves are going to have their hands full tonight at both ends of the court. Worcester come into the game in the middle of a tough schedule for them, 3 games in 5 days. And a W against Manchester Giants on Wednesday saw them progress to the quarterfinals of the BBL Trophy with what really was a very solid performance from this young Wolves roster. They showed plenty of invention and proved a strong outside threat, raining 3-pointers here at the arena for those of you who are following that game. Something they're going to be looking to get going once again tonight. Matt Newby, he knows just how physical the Raiders can be, and we can expect a battle of the boards as the bigs Jordan Williams and Mike Parks match up with the Raiders front line. So will it be Plymouth who raid the points, or can Wolves make it 2 from 2 tonight on their home floor? To help us unpack this one, I'm joined once again by the man best described as the Tommy Cooper of British basketball. He doesn't have a fez, by the way. No shortage of dodgy tricks up his sleeve, but he can figure out the plays just like that. See what I did there?
Yeah, very good.
Good, isn't it? It is, of course, the slightly unhinged but curiously amusing Mr. Chris Lowe. Chris, good evening to you.
Good evening.
All to play for, back to championship action tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what you said about Wolves' schedule, 3 in 5 days, I think with the start that they had against Manchester on Wednesday, and coming back and that topsy-turvy game that we had was good that they came out of that. I mean, Boutneck at the end was the one who sort of put the dagger in, but yeah, it'd be a good game tonight. Hopefully Plymouth won't put up too much opposition for Wolves.
Well, Wolves certainly did a job on Manchester the other evening, and in fact players now going to be announced.
Number 1, Prince Ebate.
So,
Number 2, Ashley Hamilton.
Prince Ebate, big man for Plymouth. Ashley Hamilton.
Number 5, Isaiah Walker. Number 9,
Isaiah Walker. Elliot Sentence, again, another great game for him. Denzel Ubiaro, he's someone who we know can do a bit of damage. Industrious guard, Elvisi Dusha, another man who was all over the court last time he was up here. And Mike Marcel, one of those guys putting in the 17.2 a game. And Mike Ocharobia, the big man, who's a great matchup we're likely to see here tonight. Wolves taking to the floor now. The 0 shirt, Lamar Kimball, Mike Parks Jr. 2 of those new imports. The captain, Martin Boutneck, sponsored by Bar 23. Josh McSwiggan, former GB under 21 international. And here's the big man, Jordan Williams. He's been belting them in the paint so far this season. KJ Lawson and Brandon Anderson. Mika Elan again with the number 10 shirt. Nathan Ramsdale Owen and Sean Parent Rackley. And last but by no means least, it is the mustachioed Henry Wilkins. So Chris, just have a think about this one. We said we know where we were talking about the other night, won't we? Plymouth, big physical outfit.
Yeah, exactly, and we predicted the same with Manchester. It's going to be, what can Wolves do to stop them and that sort of stuff. And realistically, when you look at we looked at the stats afterwards, and it was the fact is that Wolves, when they missed, didn't come up with the basketball that often and didn't give them any any chance of any second chances. So I think if you're looking at that game, and they will have done video and analysis, or hopefully they'll have time to get that video analysis done, Wolves will have said, right, guys, if we're taking these outside shots and we're missing 50% of them, or making 50% of them, then we all we still need to be active on the offensive balls and get themselves into a position where we make Plymouth play a lot of defence, as in recycle the ball and get a second chance of it. So from that point of view, it's important that Wolves do learn from that. From I think if they would have been in double digits for offensive rebounds, I think it was 6 in the end. Then realistically, is that that game wouldn't have been as close as it was.
Yeah, absolutely right. I guess the other sort of added dimension here, of course, you got these two big guys, Michael Jerome and Prince Ibe, absolute battering rams in the paint.
Well, that's it, and it's a case of okay, well, what do you do with them? Do you overplay them? Do you just play one-on-one and just say to the guys, well, look, make it difficult for them? They're gonna get so many points, but how many are they actually going to come up with throughout the game? Are they going to get tired? And that comes back to what I keep on saying, is that I do believe that when you got big battering rams, if you run those battering rams and play a young, fresh run and gun sort of offense, get up and down the court, then they won't be, unless they're super fit, they're not going to be able to last. So therefore, you nullify that power, and you take and you introduce the speed. And Wolves have, for me, all this season have looked better when there's been an intensity. The intensity comes from the defense, comes from the guards pushing the ball. When there's a fast break, they're always, we had one season where we couldn't finish a fast break. Now we've got 3 people in the lane every single time. You got an option, and even if it's not a layup option, there's a person trailing, knowing there's people ahead of them who so therefore a three-point shot is not a bad fast break option. Yep. So from that point of view, I think Wolves' tempo is the big thing, and from the bench's point of view is that challenge the bench to make sure that at times it looked like when Matt Newby did bring players in, were they up to speed and playing at the same intensity as the 5 that came off? And that's always the important thing. When you do go onto the court, you always want to change the game in a positive manner and not sort of just give a player a rest. You want to go in and be positive and be a good contribution to the team.
Well, I think 2 things I'd pick out of the game the other night, particularly for Wolves: rebounding percentage. Offensive rebounds was an issue for them, and also the jump start that they got early in that game.
Yeah, exactly.
That gave them so much momentum, because when Castle Junior came back on, we saw Manchester, as we said at the night, were a different team. So I think tonight that's going to be a factor. Can they get that early run, that early momentum going? Because we know Plymouth can score for fun. Yeah,
and the thing is that with Wolves is that the other part of it for me is that if they're playing on the one side, if they're playing a 3-man game on the one side on pick and roll and playing a triangle on the one side, the other 2 guys on the weak side need to be really, really active, because if they stand still and sort of spot up and just stand in a spot or in a small area, it means that the defence can sag in and play a lot of help. If you're active, it only needs, and Wolves are good at this, a skip pass and make that shot, and then suddenly that defensive player has to pay attention to the person they're marking, and they're thinking, well, do I help? Because I know if I help, is there anyone going to help me? So from that point of view, ball movement is key, and the speed and the tempo of the basketball game for Wolves is key. For Plymouth, it's going to be using those big guys. I mean, they got Dusha. We can call him almost like a veteran guard now.
Sure, yeah.
He knows where and when to put the ball in, where to get the ball to, and see the weaknesses. So it's whether Wolves allow that to happen. And it's almost like a midfield general. It's a case of if the guards are keeping him busy and not letting him just walk the ball up the court and eye up what's going on, then that's the important thing for me. Don't let Plymouth dictate anything.
Well, certainly we know he's somebody who can inject that level of pace into a game, and for sure he's going to do a job for them here tonight, as he always does. So McGill, Waterbumpton, Hamilton, Michael Sharobia starting tonight for Plymouth. Teams will take the knee, and Mike Morsell, of course. And, once again, so pretty much ready to get underway. Lamar Kimball, Martin Boutnecht. Anderson, Williams, starting tonight for Worcester. So Lamar Kimball, he's going to work with a triple straight away. Carbon copy of Wednesday night right there. Trying to triple to get us underway. So here come Plymouth with Hamilton. Mike Marcel McGill looking for the opening. Pull up two, no good. Flucks off the ironwork. KJ Lawson drives inside, off the window. Great board. 14 reset on the shot clock. Williams, double dribble. Same opening. Yep.
Good offensive rebound though.
Great board. I think there was one in the whole first.
There was one in the first half.
In the first half on Wednesday for Worcester. It was an area of weakness. Here comes Anderson at the elbow, puts it up. No good. Hamilton picks it up. McGill switches on the afterburners, drives hard to the bucket. Can't finish. Ocharobia under the basket. Hands off to Morcell. He finds the opening 2 points. Well, the second 2-pointer, I should say, for Plymouth. 1 point game for Plymouth. Worcester punching as they did against Manchester early doors. Kimball just dancing his way through the traffic off his knee. So it will be a Raiders ball. McGill gets us back underway. Plymouth, James having a great season with the Raiders this year, and we did say it in the talk up there, it's the physicality really, which is one of the hallmarks of the style of basketball that Paul James likes. Lawson goes to Williams. Lamar Kimball again pulls up for three. He's found the hot hand from downtown tonight. Lamar Kimball, early doors. Worcester 10 3-pointers in the first half on Wednesday. Of their 50 points, 30 of those came from downtown. Waterbumpton sealed off in the corner by Martin Boutnecht. Waterbumpton now drives inside. Oh, to the bucket. Count them and one.
Yeah, come out very aggressive, haven't they? Offensively, very aggressive. We're going to make Worcester defend real hard. You know that they're going route one.
We're going to make them work for every point tonight. Waterbumpton strikes the bonus. So 7:23 to play, first quarter, BBL Championship game. As we say, Worcester, another game for them this weekend. They play Surrey. Williams, that former Surrey player, of course, nerfed off the ball, was looking for the foul. Referee
I'm not sure how that wasn't.
So they live to fight another day. McGill. Chirobia. Chirobia with the screen. Triple, no good. Out of bounds on Chirobia. Kept it alive, it was good work. Hamilton thrown it away with 12 on the shot clock.
Good hustle from both teams there.
So Jordan Williams just calling for the floor wipe. And well, pretty pacey opening from both teams.
Yeah.
So the question then becomes, how much is in the tank? These are two very deep benches. Lawson pulls up for three this time, too much on it. Mike Marcel pulls down the rebound. McGill now. Stop and go, stop and pop. McGill finds the 2 points, 3-point game. Oh, Kimball. Now for Worcester subs coming. Mika Reland, the man who found his stroke from downtown against Manchester. Kimball goes into Williams, steps back. No good. McGill, Marcel drives inside. And he's fouled. He will go to a strike to earn these the old-fashioned way, so subs coming. Brandon Anderson sits it out. And Mika Elan checks into the game for Worcester. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. And Wolves finding nothing from 2-point range so far in the game. It's 4 from 7. So far for Plymouth. Mike Marcel strings the first of those two. Mike Marcel sets for the second. This would give the Raiders a 5-point lead if it goes. Marcel goes through his shooting routine. Excuse me. So, Wolves find themselves with a 5-point deficit. Williams, Kimball just snatched that away, found the space. Just snatched at the shot. Didn't go. Here comes Plymouth again. McGill, he drives into traffic. Ashley Hamilton, head fake. Good patient play, half the window from Hamilton. He's going to go to the line to add the bonus. Yeah, Worcester finding it hard work at the moment.
Yeah, if you look at the difference between the two teams is that Plymouth, everything's underneath the basket, driving to the basket, layups, attempted layups. Wolves taking mid-range jumpers or 3-pointers.
Kimball Lawson. There again at the elbow, doesn't go. Marcel drives inside, foul on the floor, and that will be, I think, on Kimball. So that was on KJ Lawson. So Mike Parks comes in. And he's got to do a job on Michael Charovia. And there they go. Martin Boutnecht gets his hand into that pass. Tipped out of bounds. And Bunton for three, too much on it. Marcel comes up with the ball and he finds two. So, 10-point game. Boutnecht. It's dispossessed by Porter Bunton. And he picks up the foul in the process. So, first foul on the board. 14 fouls now for Wolves. 4:51 to go.
Yeah, the Wolves were lucky then, because I think Parker then came a little bit close to giving an offensive foul. But, yeah.
Now Boutnecht just avoids the travel. It's picked off by McGill. McGill, beautiful finish off the window from McGill. And he takes half of the hoardings with him. Lamar Kimball into Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams now going to go to work. Cross court, throwing it away. Worcester looking a little bit disjointed.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They like to put the ball into Williams. You got the two big men on the court. You put it into Williams, and Williams isn't being marked by one of the big players. I think Porter Bunton had him then, but there was a double team, so he made the right pass. It's just, as I said, that ball movement on the weak side isn't happening, so therefore they can double down.
Well, ball thrown away again at the other end. Worcester again struggling to make any impression. Now Boutnecht, he darts his way to the bucket. No sooner said than done. And Michael Sharobia making life really difficult. Mark Boutnecht, he drives inside. Nice dish to Michael Sharobia and throws it down. With 3:49 to play. Kimball. Williams cross court to Elan. And that was it looked like McGill, he got caught napping. That was a pass probably quite easy to pick off.
Yeah.
Bit of ball watching going on. So 3:36, Porter Bunton and Ochirobia. Check out, in comes Prince Ebay and Denzel Ubiaro. Over the top of Prince Ebay. Josh McSwiggan has checked in for Wolves, finds it 2 points, so 10-point ball game. Ashley Hamilton now for Plymouth. Ubiaro goes to McGill. Prince Ebay drops in off the pick and roll, but it goes to Ubiaro. Ubiaro drives hard inside. What a great finish from him. Soft touch around the basket. Stretches that lead out to 12. Lamar Kimball is fouled on the way up, so he will go to the line. And, Prince Ebay is a big old unit to shoot over.
Yeah, well, the thing is that he just needs to get his hand, be straight. I don't think the foul was called on him, though, was it? On an Ubiaro.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was the one, and Ubiaro sort of bailed him out.
So doesn't get the first one of those to go. Strings the second. Wipes its feet. On the way in. So Ricky McGill for Plymouth. Ashley Hamilton. Denzel Ubiaro. Mike Morsell from distance. No good. Kimball plucks it out the air. They go to Josh McSwiggan for three. Doesn't go. Inside now again to Ashley Hamilton. Ashley Hamilton's going to work. Backing down. Martin Boutnecht says Wolves ball. Says the referee. Boutnecht just got his hand to it. And, a little bit of a conversation with Hamilton. LVC Dusha, former Wolves player, of course, checks in. Mike Morsell takes some rest. So Martin Boutnecht. Parks
Swingen.
Josh McSwiggan drives hard to the bucket. Doesn't go. Not a lot dropping for Worcester right now. Here comes Ovisi Dusha. Hamilton puts up the triple and he sinks it from the corner. Ashley Hamilton, 11-point game now. 14-point game, I should say. I'm going to calculate it next time. Kimball dancing around inside. And Parks Jr. with the tip, gets himself on the score sheet. So, that's all it is, Ovisi Dusha. Kicks it out to Ubiaro. Hamilton now, head fake, stop and go, fouled on the shot. He's going to go to the line. 1 minute 4 to play in the first quarter of this ball game. And Worcester in the bonus. Paul James calling subs again. Mike McGill is going to take a breather. So, Ricky McGill, Elliot Sentence checks into the game, and Henry Wilkins checks in for Worcester. Meantime, Ashley Hamilton dumps the first of those two, strings the second, and with that, subs again. Hamilton taking a breather for Ryan Beastie to join proceedings, and now Mika Elan for Worcester. Goes to McSwiggan. Ponks Jr. left wide open at the top. Elan goes the long way round. And, well,
Robbie basket good.
Basket called good?
Yeah. Oh, no.
No basket.
Saves on the floor.
Foul on the floor. I'm inclined to agree. I think
it was just the initial.
I think the initial contact, he shot the ball as he was going down.
Yeah.
So,
but is that continuation?
Wilkins, great pass to Elan. Threaded the needle with that one. Now Mika Elan has got a bit of work to do. It's too short, tough shot. End of the shot clock. Ubiaro. Cross court to Dusha. 22 seconds on the game clock, 11 on the shot clock. Elliot Sentence now. And Swiggan just tipped that out of bounds. 16.2 seconds remain in the quarter. Only 6 on the shot clock on this inbounds ball. It's 27, plays 13, 14 points the difference. Right now, Dusha on the inbounds. Prince eBay. Dusha, he's miles downtown. Ovisi Dusha. Good board from Denzel Ubiaro. Can't finish. Mike Parks is there to collect it. Getting those percentages back up. Kimball puts it up right at the end of the quarter, and that is the end of the first quarter. It's Worcester Wolves 27, Plymouth Raiders 27. Worcester Wolves 13. Again, class is on. Chris, wrap that one up for
us. Plymouth came out, didn't they? Came out super aggressive offensively. Wolves, I think, first 4 shots were 3-pointers, and it looked almost like, well, it was like 6-4 and 6-6 and stuff like that. But Wolves have only scored two baskets, and at one point it was like, I think it was almost in the 5th minute, and they still only scored all those 6 points, 2 baskets. So I think Wolves have sort of gone, well, because of their aggressiveness on offense, they've gone, well, we're not going to be that aggressive on our offense, because they're going to come and, I don't know, bully us almost. Well, they're not going to do that, but it's almost like they've gone to a different plan of well, we shot really well on Wednesday night, so we're just going to shoot those threes again. Well, That was Wednesday night. We're now on Friday night. Get back to the basics. Get back to where we ground it out. We make them play. We get them off their tempo, their speed, or whatever, and then we can start it's always the balance of inside outside. Percentages inside to start off with. Get that part of your offense working. The defense collapse on you. Once the defense started collapsing on you, that gives your guards and the outside shooters the more time to do it. At the moment, Wolves are just seem to be getting just to a spot on the floor where they want to take a set shot.
Well, we're back underway. Elliot Sentence with the ball. It goes to Dusha at the top. Time eBay drops in again. They go to Beastie for the triple. Just a little bit too much on it. Collects his own long rebound. Prince eBay is there. Yeah, and he's going to go to the line. And
That was Swiggan.
that was on Mika Elan. So second foul of the game for him.
Substitution for the Wolves.
And I think at this point in proceedings was the single foul
Yeah.
be committed anyway. Well, maybe not called, perhaps, rather than not committed, but Prince eBay doesn't connect with the first of those two. So Prince eBay, left-handed shot. That just rattles out, so nothing from that offense this time for the Raiders. Lamar Kimball now for Worcester. KJ Lawson, Mike Parks. Mike Parks this time puts up the triple. Doesn't go. And a shake of the head there from Matt Newby. Time sentence. Rise baseline, Dusha, 10 on the shot clock now, VC Dusha. Just taking a bit of air out. Denzel Ubiaro puts up a long range triple, drops the bomb. And Plymouth are all over this game. They are at the races. Kimball for three. Doesn't go. No, just nothing dropping. Worcester, 13 points for their efforts. Lamar Kimball only one behind Ashley Hamilton with 7 points. Hamilton leading all scorers in this game with 8 so far. VC Dusha. Dusha. Ubiaro for three in the corner. They're on fire from downtown, the Plymouth Raiders. Lamar Kimball kicks it out to Wilkins for the triple. This time Wilkins sinks it. That was an important score.
Yeah.
Wolves needed that score. They've got a long way to go. They're going to need some stops here. Now, Prince eBay on Mike Parks. eBay can't finish this time, but second time of asking, draws the foul once again. He's going to go to the line. He's a tough man to guard.
Foul going against number 1, Mike Parks Jr.
So, Mike Parks with his first foul of the game, and I suspect he will be Josh McSwiggan, in fact, subbed out Jordan Williams. Give a bit more heft in the forward line. So Jordan Williams joins proceedings.
He waits in line for 2.
And Prince eBay. This time hits the first. Didn't make up either of the second. 7 from 9 so far for Plymouth. So 8 from 10. Shooting well from the line, 78% from the stripe. The Raiders tonight so far. Lamar Kimball into Williams. Jordan Williams now. Williams is going to work on eBay. Did well there, Williams, just to wrong foot him. The reach of Prince eBay, that baby hook is going to be really challenging.
Well,
that traditional
but
shot that he loves so much.
He did the perfect thing then was get the man up in the air, and then take a step underneath him.
So 35 plays 18, 7:31 to play, and Matt Newby looking ruefully at that scoreboard. So Elvisi Dusha is at the stripe. Strings the first, so keeps that those numbers going. 80% now from the stripe. Worcester defending hard. Six trips to the line so far for the Raiders. Ball is stripped away from Kimball. Sentence has it. Ubiaro. Beastie Dusha is left wide open. Elvisi Dusha hits the triple once again. He loves that spot. Miles downtown. Wilkins this time goes into Williams. 22 is the lead. Williams dishes inside to Parks. Kick it out to Kimball. Head fake. 7 on the shot clock. Mark Kimball puts it up under pressure. Doesn't go. Only the second trip to the line tonight for Wolves.
Says a lot, doesn't it? I mean, what was it? How many have they taken from the free throw line? 10 from 12, and we've, you know, they've been. That's the aggressive offense against the not so aggressive offense, settling for jump shot sort of offense, and that's where Wolves have got to change what they're doing.
So Kimball sinks the first. Kimball now sets for the second. Makes the second, so 20 points the lead for Plymouth. It's a commanding lead at this point in the game. 6.5 minutes of shrapnel from half-time. Elliott Sentence now for Plymouth. Sentence goes to Dusha. Dusha again pulls up for 3 at the top. Dusha this time no good. Lawson has it. Kimball this time they're well matched. There goes Henry Wilkins.
There you go.
Fouled again.
Great. Went to the basket.
Yep. You're either going to score it or you're going to the line. It's going to be 2 or 3. So, first time out of the game. And, so, what has PJ seen that he doesn't like?
Wolves get into the basket a couple of times, just a little bit of a spark and a little bit of momentum. He's probably saying, guys, don't let the intensity drop. What are we doing on offense? What has changed? Why have we changed? From a Wolves point of view, is that they've got a little bit of a more mobile 5 on at the moment, so therefore Wolves need to use that mobility where they can. So from that point of view, I mean, you look at the just looking at the shooting. You look at the Plymouth shooting. Everything, you know, yeah, they've hit 1, 2, 3 outside shots, but they've only took 5. Yeah. Everything is in the paint. Everything is in the paint. You look at the Wolves one; it's all elbow. There's about 3 or 4 underneath the basket, but that's it. That's them going, you know, taking those layups, and that's where I think Wolves need to slightly change what they're doing. And if they do that, at the moment, it's. I know it sounds daft. It's the right time to be 19 points down, because you've got the rest of this quarter, another 6 minutes to start edging back, and making sure that that Plymouth don't get away from you, and just don't panic. Just change things slightly, and just get into the game. Work your way into the game.
Long way to go. In the game, 6:09 to play in the second quarter. This time, they pulled it away. Dusha just lost his footing there. Kimball got a Wilkins. Dusha is all over him like a cheap suit. Jordan Williams He's got the attentions of Prince eBay to worry about. Martin Boutnecht hits the triple. The captain leading from the front once again.
Ball movement.
So Wolves back within 15. Ibiaro puts up the triple this time, no good. Boutnecht has it. Foul is called, and so subs coming once again. And it's all changed. Elliott sentence, LVC Dusha and Beastie check out. Porter Bunton, McGill, Hamilton. Back into the game for Plymouth. So now Martin Boutnecht goes to Lawson. Williams looking for a way in. 12 minute the clock. Williams sets the screen. Boutnecht hits the triple. And Worcester all of a sudden finding a bit of rhythm here. Raiders.
Live and die by it, don't you?
Absolutely. So Porter Bunton is off balance for the triple, but he hits it. It's raining 3 pointers all of a sudden. Everyone finding their outside game. Williams goes to Boutnecht. Boutnecht this time drives hard inside. Travel, yeah, left the floor. Well, doesn't think he did, but referee thought otherwise. So turnover ball. Plymouth Raiders 43-28 with 4:30 to play. Ricky McGill over the timeline. Porter Bunton. Chirobia at the top now with Chirobia. Drops down low. Ashley Hamilton fires up another one. Can't get it to go this time. Jordan Williams pulls down that defensive board. Henry Wilkins to Williams. Spin from Williams and the foul. And that I think is going to be another one.
Thing is, from a Wolves point of view, because they've been calling because Plymouth have been playing aggressive basketball and the referees have been calling the way they've been calling it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but Wolves need to mimic that because they know that if they go at the same pace and with the same aggression, and unless Plymouth get their bodies, absolutely in the way for a charge, then it's going to be called.
Well, Williams just strips again. Ricky McGill drives right down the lane, and he is going to go to the line to shoot too. 3:43 to play. It's just a quarter feels like it's edging forward. But this time it's Matt Newby who wants to talk things over.
Yeah, he's just let. They've had their run. I think Plymouth have gone back to their starting five. So that they've had their run whilst the Plymouth second five are on, or a combination of that. So now Wolves need to say, right, okay, well we got ourselves back into it, or got ourselves closer. Can't let this us go back to where we were before. We've seen what they can do. Adjust, play some sort of defence. Don't let certain people have the ball at certain points. Get over the pick and roll or get underneath the pick and roll. You guys if the guards are going to go under, give them a gap. If the guards are going to go over, then nudge your player out. So therefore, it makes it more difficult. One way or the other, you've got to start saying to yourselves, what are we going to do to stop the Plymouth players playing how they want to and getting the ball back where they want to. And at the other end, we're not going to let Plymouth stop us from getting the offense the way we want it and the ball in the areas that we want them in. That for me is the questions that if I was Matt Newby I'd be asking. What are we going to do?
Whereas Plymouth, Paul James, he can get his guys into the mindset of a war of attrition. given that they are pounding away at Worcester in this game. The Wolves standing up to it so far, and McGill drains a second of those two, so Lawson, long pass down to Martin Boutnecht in the corner. Boutnecht looks at it, foul. Is that going to be on Michael Charobia? No, that is Denzel Ubiara with his second foul of the game. So, amazing. Wolves 4 from 16 from 2-point range in this game. And Martin Boutnecht working out the free throws, so it's only the fourth trip to the line for Worcester so far. With 3:28 to play and 15 the lead now after those two. Hamilton down to Mike Morcell. Morcell inside now. Michael Charobia. It's a great matchup with Jordan Williams. He got put off balance there. Jump ball is going to be the call for sure, and good work from Martin Boutnecht.
Yeah.
The arrow pointing the way of the Wolves. So Mika Elan is checked in for Henry Wilkins. Elan goes to Williams, to Boutnecht. Boutnecht again thought about the three. Oh, did well to keep it in there. Williams, Brandon Anderson in the corner with the triple. He's turned up to play another important score for Worcester. So Worcester will be looking now down to thinking about single digits. Ubiaro drives inside. We're going to have to keep thinking if it keeps playing like that. Denzel Ubiaro, no problems. Muscling his way through the defense. Martin Boutnecht, stop and go. Can't find the space this time. He goes to KJ Lawson for three. Worcester, all of a sudden, get it back to 11 now. Good work from Worcester. Denzel Ubiaro drives inside, puts it up high off the window. It doesn't go. Jordan Williams has it. Ships it to Anderson. Elan drops to the corner. Anderson! Oh my goodness me! Paul James has seen enough.
Well, I'm looking at the stats and thinking, is this the right way? 73% threes.
Extraordinary.
To 25 twos. Yeah. So from what I've just said about Wolves need to get underneath the basket and get in, you can just wave that one goodbye and just rewrite whatever's been said previously.
Well, I mean, that's right. Let's just start again, please.
Yeah.
Let's start again. Yeah, amazing. I mean, you know, that was pretty much what we saw the other night. Paul James was scratching his head on the sideline there.
The thing is that it's the opposite effect. You want the balance. Now the fact is that from a Plymouth point of view, are they going to say, well, look, get your hand up, let them shoot. At some point, the wheels are going to come off, and they're going to miss some.
Yeah.
But you've got to contest. Don't go over the top. And from a Wolves point of view, now you got to have the balance of that. If someone is running towards you, and you double team because they're scared of you taking that 3-point shot, there's got to be someone underneath the basket open.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's when you start that, and now you get the balance back again. You go the opposite way to where you've just been, because as long as that's what's happening.
Well, 1:54 to play in the second quarter of this ball game. Wolves get it back down to single digits. It's an 8-point game. Here come Plymouth again. So Paul James just rearranging the troops. Now Ricky McGill. Chirobia sets the screen, makes a space for McGill. He drives inside. A beautiful finish from McGill. So Wolves get it back to 8. That puts it back to a 10-point game. Martin Boutnick, lane opened up in front of him, and that is going to be a foul on. Referee's talking it over. No basket. 25. Michael Chirobia, second foul of the game for him. So Prince Ebay will check back in. Prince Ebay carrying 1 so far in the game.
That's where you want. That's where we, for years, have been saying about play the advantage. Play the advantage. You play the advantage. Let the basket count, sort of thing. Once it goes in, call it and say, okay, right, there was a foul there.
Well, Mika Elan, they weren't listening to you. That's the problem.
Pardon?
They weren't listening to you.
No.
So Elan sinks the first of those 2 and he drains the second. So it's back to an 8-point game, single digits, and Worcester to a degree can breathe again. Hamilton now ships it into Morsells. Morsells just drives hard to the bucket to deliver another 2. Keep it at double digits. Yeah, double dribble. Anderson put a couple of hands on the ball. So turnover inside the last minute of the game, of the quarter, I should say, until half time. The Raiders getting themselves in the bonus late into this quarter. McGill. Now Ashley Hamilton spins, puts it over the top, doesn't go. Josh McSwiggan has it. Get a full 24. Jordan Williams. Brandon Anderson, he's way downtown. Goodness me, he was in the car park. Extraordinary.
I wasn't sure whether he knew what the time was on the clock. He's taking it for that reason.
Obiaro in reply at the other end, hits another one. 19 seconds now, shot clock is turned off. Here comes Martin Boutnick. Morcell is all over him. 10 seconds now, just winding the clock down. Josh McSwiggan just standing there waiting for the ball, but Martin Boutnick does the hard stuff, does the tough stuff, and finds the 2 points, and with that, Worcester Wolves.
The Euro stepped it in then. That was
having been in for what? In for sort of 20 points plus, now find themselves in single digits. It's an 8-point game going in at half time. Plymouth Raiders 54, Worcester Wolves 46. Chris, your wrap up on that first half.
Well, fair play to Wolves. That could have got very, very ugly. I was looking at one point, it's like 33-18. I was thinking, oh, guys, what's going on? What's going on? And as I said, 75% 3-pointers in a half. Bear in mind, it was 56% for the whole game on Wednesday night. Is that?
Well, it's only one bucket short of Wednesday's total, which was 10
exactly.
in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. So, but it's the percentage as well. So it's still you look at it and go, okay, well that's what's keeping us in this game, because shooting 29% from 2-point range is now what we got to emphasise on. Let's keep the threes, but 29%. Get that percentage up. It's not how many shots you're taking; it's the percentage there. So from that point of view, is that's where I'll be looking at. From Plymouth's point of view, 53 overall, 57, 46. It's all about right. So I think the secret is that Wolves have sort of learnt throughout the game and got used to the intensity, the aggression offensively from Plymouth, learned to cope with it, learned to understand it, and sort of worked their way into that and got used to how they're playing, adapted, and then sort of gone into it in a better way. From a Wolves point of view, is they've gone, realistically they've gone into overdrive from the 3-point line, and they've all got sort of their they're eyeing who you'd expect to. You know, Kimball 2 from 2, Boutnick 2 from 2, Anderson 3 from 3. You know, you go down it. You know, Lawson 1 from 2. You know, Parks Jr., McSwiggan sort of thing. Wilkins 1. So you know, you look at them, and everyone who's taking shots has got good percentages. So it's going to be, you know, biggest scoring run 10 to 14. It's all setting itself up. I mean, apart from that period, probably what's late in the first, early in the second, where Plymouth were on top. I think from a Wolves' point of view is that if you were looking at that 33-18 sort of score, or only got slightly bigger at one point. I can't remember. It was almost like 20 points, wasn't it? 20. To pull it back to what it is, to 8, it's like tick box. There you go. Now it's like it's game on. It's a normal game of basketball, and you haven't got to do anything else.
And if you pull James right now,
he won't be happy. He'd be saying what's wrong with you guys? You got these. You know, you had the foot on the Wolves' neck. You were ready to kill them off, and you decided to take your foot off. And the funny thing is that I think the change happened not necessarily when when he made the first lot of substitutions. It's when the second lot of substitutions came in, when the original starters were coming back in, and it's almost like they'd sat down and sort of said, right, okay, it's almost like job's done, and came back in, and Wolves sort of had grown into it, where with Matt Newby, he's playing team basketball, as in you don't have your starters and you don't have your second five. You almost like never see the same five on too often at any one time. He sort of changes it up. You know, sometimes he'll put Watkins in, sometimes he'll put Elan in, who are similar sort of players, sort of thing. So from that point of view, I think he's the way he changes it up. He changes it up differently. But I still think Wolves need that inside-outside game, or as it is at the moment, the outside game.
Yeah, for sure.
The outside-inside game from that point of view. So, yeah.
Well, 54-46 it is at half-time, and of course we would be nothing here without the sponsors around the league who keep all these clubs. Certainly this year been very important to help the clubs keep going through what has been a very, very tough season, but it's all credit to the BBL for getting this season underway in such great fashion and getting the finals done the way they have, and so on. So, and plenty more to come, of course, this season. The sponsors up here, the University of Worcester, of course, who manage this facility here, where we come week in, week out. G-Tech, league sponsor here at Worcester Universal Display. Aston's coaches, Spirit Executive, Something Party, DC Base, and Broomhill Care. And, of course, Martin Boutnick's personal sponsors, Bar 23, here in Worcester. And don't forget, keep up to date with all the news, all the developments within Worcester by following them across all of the social media networks on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and of course LinkedIn. They are pretty much everywhere. And if you subscribe to the channel, and I think you click the bell if you're watching on YouTube, or all the games also going to be on the BBL player. So that's where you can check out not just the BBL but also the WNBL Div 1 games as well. And don't forget that if you go to www.allthewsworcesterwolves.org, there you can follow the links to the Worcester Wolves shop to find all the official merchandise here, which obviously this year another element of income which is important for all these teams. But so we're going to take a short break. We're back in about 6 minutes time. 54-46 it is. We're set up for a great second half. Whatever you do, don't go away. Welcome back to the University of Worcester Arena. Raiders lead here 54 points to 46, but Worcester coming back from a 20-plus deficit halfway through that second quarter, finding their stroke from downtown, shooting only 29% from two-point range, but 75 from distance, and 57 from 2 points, plays 46 from three for the Raiders. And Worcester done a great job to claw their way back. And the Raiders just dropping off, perhaps going to sleep a little bit in that second quarter. So Paul James would have been giving them the hairdryer treatment in the locker room at half-time. Chris, what do you expect Raiders to come out and do now?
React to whatever's been said at half-time. Go back to doing what they did in the first few minutes of the game to set the stall out, if you like. But you know, from Plymouth's point of view, let's go back to what we were doing and why have we changed. From a Wolves point of view, is that, right, guys, we weathered the storm, we got back into it. Let's keep on going.
Well, we're going to find out. We're back underway, straight away into Ashley Hamilton, who drops it in off the window. Another two for Plymouth. Worcester need to find that rhythm, maintain that extra gear. Very noisy bench over there at Plymouth. Williams can't get that little floater to go. Foul is called, and Josh McSwiggan, I believe. So McSwiggan using one of his fouls just to take the air out of that.
Yeah, it was a smart thing to do.
And now Ricky McGill drops it inside to Ocherobia. Ocherobia is fouled, and McSwiggan suddenly finds himself on three. Start of the third quarter, and other games around the league tonight. Two other games in actual fact. Bristol hosting the Cheshire Phoenix, and Cheshire leading 14 by 6 there. Tip-off at 7:30, and Manchester will be tipping off just about now 8 o'clock. They host the Surrey Scorchers.
Was there a game last night?
There might have been a small game that we talked about. And for the eagle-eyed amongst you, we think we described it as a rerun of the Cup final, of course. Apologies to everybody in Newcastle.
I'm just on about the score, that's all.
What, you mean you won the bet?
Yes.
Well, all right then. You can have the Haribos if you like. Other gummy bears are available. So, 11 points it is now. Jordan Williams. Go to McSwiggan. McSwiggan with the triple. Josh McSwiggan hits it again. Worcester keeping themselves in touch.
Business is resumed.
So, and that score steadies them. You can see it in their movement. Now Martin Boutneck is all over Mike Morcell. Mike Morcell is forced out of bounds. Worcester have their stop. And all of a sudden, Worcester just finding a way, winding up their side of the scoreboard. So Campbell, he goes into Williams. Boutneck, high ball into Williams. Williams just can't get it to go. It's bundled off the glass. Raiders have it. Ricky McGill throws it inside to Mike Ocherobia, who finishes off the window.
Yeah, he just held Jordan Williams off with one arm then, didn't he?
10 it is, McSwiggan. Williams at the top. Brandon Anderson, it's another one from downtown. 7-point game. Josh McSwiggan all over him. Foul is called again on Josh McSwiggan. That's going to put him on 4. And that will bring Mike Parks Jr. into play. McSwiggan.
Yeah, that's unlucky. He's done really well, to be fair. I mean, he's come on. He's subbed in because Who's sat down at the moment? So Lawson. Lawson hasn't started, so he's taken over that role sort of thing, and he's
jump ball.
Wolves ball.
Wolves have it. They have the arrow. 7 points of difference. They were looking for the foul there.
Yeah.
And Jordan Williams having a conversation with the referee. I don't think they're discussing Valentine's Day, that's for sure.
No.
Don't forget, folks, it's the 14th. And with that, I've probably saved a few marriages.
Yeah.
A few relationships saved there. But so you can have that one. 7:36 to play, and well. So the tech leads him to the line, and Hamilton doesn't make it.
That's the basketball god.
That's he's looking down. So Jordan Williams will inbound. So Wolves got themselves back into a reasonable position here. The Raiders with a 7-point advantage. Well, they blew a big lead in that second quarter. Kimball, bout-necked. Goes to Anderson. Jordan Williams has dropped down into the corner. Anderson looking for the space. He backs out of it. He puts up the triple. No good this time. Too much on it, off the back iron. So Porter Bunton now for Plymouth. Porter Bunton, beautiful feed inside Ocherobia, just couldn't hold on to it. It's out of bounds. That was unlucky for Mike Ocherobia.
Yeah, I think Boutnick just got his hand on it just to deflect the dribble, and he was almost like he was waiting for the basketball, and he sort of went too early.
Kimball goes to Williams. Boutnick, Morcell all over him. Mike Morcell whistled for the foul again. So Morcell, first foul of the game for him.
Yeah, they've been chatting for the last couple of minutes, haven't they?
And winding each other up for sure. Brandon Anderson will inbounds for Wolves. Mike Parks doing a good job, just making the paint difficult. It's a good matchup with Ocherobia. Jordan Williams, he's going to work. It's time to go to Anderson. Anderson, he puts it up, the buzzer. And Parks just gets a hand to it, but here come Plymouth again with Hamilton. Hamilton straight down the lane, beautiful dish to Morcell. Morcell finishes off the window, and he is going to go to the line to add the bonus. 6:28 to play. Wolves, 14 fouls for them early in this quarter.
Yeah, that. I was just before I said anything.
So, technical foul
called on White.
So, Mike Morcell in quick succession picks up his second. So,
yeah, I was just about to say I was waiting before I commented to see what the call was, and for me, Parks Jr. went straight up and down. His arms are forward, and I would have expected the foul to be called as on the arm, but his body was up and down, so confused.com.
Well, Morcell now will go for that bonus shot, and bring us back to a 9-point game. It would have brought it to a 10-point game had that technical not been given. Morcell drains the bonus shot. So with 6:24 to play, Wolves down by 9. Raiders hanging on to that lead. Brandon Anderson kicks it out to Boutnick. Boutnick now drives inside. Back out to Anderson. Kimball goes through 3 defenders, loses the ball. Hamilton has it. Porter Bunton drives hard inside. It's picked off by Jordan Williams at the rim, and offensive foul is called. So Mike Parks on 3. Mika Elan checks back into the game. Lamar Kimball takes a breather. So 9 points it is. McGill into Porter Bunton. Ricky McGill dancing around the perimeter. Hamilton for a nanosecond about the three now. He's going to work. Jordan Williams puts it over the top. Colt finish, gets his own rebound, finds the 2 points. Worcester having to take it easy on defense there. They're in the bonus when there are 5 minutes to play. So it does neutralise to some degree some of the stuff that's going on under the basket. Good dish inside, Parks Jr. finds another 2. Lead locked up at 9 points, trading buckets with 5 minutes to go in the third here in Worcester. McGill will sell once again. Drives inside. Mike Ocherobia with a flush. Yeah, those fouls are hurting now.
Yeah.
Defensive energy in the post. The challenge now for Wolves. So Hamilton picks up another one. Or no, actually Hamilton, first foul of the game for him. So Plymouth managing their fouls well so far in this game. Parks goes into Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams now. He's going to work. He's dispossessed. Porter Bunton picks it up. And here comes McGill. Picks off again by Brandon Anderson. He kicks it out. Elan sets for 3. Mika Elan this time doesn't go. Time to set his feet. The Wolves just staying in touch with this lead. Ricky McGill, Boutnet comes in out of nowhere and knocks it out of his hands. That'll be sideline ball. Plymouth Raiders, 3:45 to play. And with that bonus situation for Wolves, the end of this quarter can't come soon enough, really. Well, Hamilton driving the baseline. Mike Parks says, that's my ball. Boutnet, Williams. Good ball movement from Worcester. They go inside to Parks Jr. Yeah. Basket called good. Goaltend. So Wolves just chipping away. 3:30 remain. 4 points it is. So again, Worcester now hunting out the stop. Plymouth just want to stretch that lead. Marcel, that is going to be a foul called for sure. Martin Boutnet flop. Technical foul. Well, so yeah, that was a tough call, I think. Well, big discussion with the referee, but the call is the call, and is going to send Hamilton to the line for the tech shot. And again, the clock just training away so slowly. That bonus really punishing Worcester. It'll be Raiders who maintain the possession of the basketball with 14 on the shot clock on this inbounds. 10 points the difference. Not a mountain.
No. I mean, it's stable at that, isn't it? It hasn't drifted away.
Prince Ebay. Ricky McGill, actually Hamilton from the corner hits the triple. So now
That didn't help.
Well, all the Wolves got in reply. Offensive foul called. So 4 fouls now for Mike Parks Jr.
It's strange because I've been watching Plymouth players and none of them have been still all the way through the game on the pick and rolls, and yeah, maybe a little bit late, but
Mike Marcel this time couldn't finish. Elan has it. Travel. It's the referee. He's rolled around with the ball, and well, Boutnick saying if you drop to one knee you can pick it up. So there it is, 13 points the difference now. So Plymouth once again just winding up their side of the scoreboard. Ashley Hamilton loses the handle on the ball. Well, the buzzer beater didn't go. Williams just ships it down to Anderson. Brandon Anderson. He drives hard inside. Jump ball goes the way of Plymouth. 13 points it is, and a lot of foul headaches on the board for coach Matt Newby right now. Ricky McGill goes to Morcells. Morcell, Prince Eve. And another foul called on Martin Boutnick. So Martin Boutnick picks up his second of the game.
Foul given against 2, Martin Boutnick. Morcell's the line for 2.
Mike Morcell on the line. So 13 it is. Chance to stretch this out to 15 if these both go. First one is all string for Mike Morcell. And, Morcell, a little shake of the shoulders, and off he goes. Strings the second, picture perfect from the line. Mike Morcell so far tonight. Subs once again. Brandon Anderson checks out. Lamar Kimball checks in. Kimball, who can bring some real pace to the game. Williams, Mike Parks. Goes to Kimball. Kimball misses everything. Parks keeps it alive, but it goes to the hands of Ashley Hamilton. Ashley Hamilton now switches on the afterburners. Straight over the top of everything for 2. Now it's Williams, drives hard to the bucket, rejected by Prince Ebe. Great block. With 1:23 to play. It's the Plymouth Raiders leading here 74-57. Fourth block of the game. And Martin Boutnick finally does something on that side of the scoreboard. So we are inside the last minute of the third quarter of this BBL Championship game. Elan has the ball, and that is going to be a Wolves possession. They have the arrow this time. And I don't think I've seen so many jump balls in
no
quarter.
Seems to be going on forever, doesn't it, this one?
Martin Boutnick goes to Kimball at the top. Boutnick has it picked off once again. Denzel Ubiaro to the finger roll. Great work from Plymouth just to stretch that lead out once again. Lamar Kimball now for Worcester. Kimball spins, finds a bit of space. Ubiaro collects the foul, second foul of the game for him on the arm end line possession, and 23.7 on the game clock, 14 reset on the 14 on the shot clock. So Kimball goes to Williams. Elan. Kimball. Denzel Ubiara watching the ball. Lamar Kimball puts it over the top, sinks the triple. So didn't go, and there we are, end of the third quarter. Plymouth Raiders 76, Worcester Wolves 62, 14 points the difference, and that early bonus really hurt Worcester.
Yeah, it did. It did. They kind of got caught up in the moment, and I know they wanted to come out aggressive, and I think McSwiggan started the sort of the momentum, playing that aggressive basketball, but not adjusting when the referees are calling what they're calling and how they're calling it. So that sort of set the precedent. I think Wolves just need to now look at it in the sense of where we are. Okay, what's our goal? Our goal is to get this many points back, get it within, first 3 minutes, get it single digits. Half of that, five after 5 minutes, and then it's last 5 minutes. It's going to be nip and tuck.
Yeah.
That's their goal. Whether they can do it with the foul count they've got. They got Lawson. He's obviously got some sort of issue, so therefore he hasn't played since half time. So whether that's a precautionary thing, to knowing that there's another game to play this weekend. Is there another game? Tomorrow. So whether that's
tomorrow, yeah.
That's a precautionary. So sort of say, well, look, if you play me tonight, you're definitely not going to have me tomorrow. If you don't, then that's that. But then you can turn around and say, well, look, let's get tonight sorted out, and then we'll worry about tomorrow.
Well, other games tonight, as we said, Bristol hosting Cheshire Phoenix. Cheshire leading that one 38-24 there at the end of the second quarter, and with 1:58 to play in the first. It's 23 apiece up there in Manchester as they take on the Surrey Scorchers. Meantime, he's back here in Worcester. Mike Morsell's going to work. Mike Parks says no, not in my house. Roundly rejected. Parks having a good game tonight for Worcester. And having to step up given the state of the fouls. From Seabait. Sets the pick. Ricky McGill finds the points. Martin Boutnick just strips at the other end. Here come the Raiders again. McGill again drives inside. What a beautiful finish from Ricky McGill. He was looking for that bonus that didn't come.
No.
So it's back to 18 points now, the lead. Elam goes to Williams. Williams once again dispossessed. So it'll be the Wolves ball, kickball. So Wolves ball.
Substitution for the Worcester Wolves. Elan takes a breather. Anderson checks back in for him.
18 points. Brandon Anderson checks back in. Mika Elan.
Anderson finds Parks Jr.
Parks Jr. to Boutnick. Mike Parks sets the screen. Martin Boutnick, that just rattled in and out. Just didn't go. Great quick outlet from Plymouth. McGill with the triple this time. Kimball for Wolves. Kimball dancing around the perimeter. Brandon Anderson. Anderson just kept that in bounds. Ricky McGill. sails downtown. Ricky McGill, goodness me. He is on fire tonight. Jordan Williams. Kimball, he puts up the three. Again, doesn't go. Prince eBay is fouled. Martin Boutnick now, third foul of the game for him.
Timeout. I mean, that's just to try and slow it down and stop the leaking. But yeah, Wolves need a plan B at the moment. A lot of dribbling around the top, and the guards are trying to sort of pick away and have movement of it. But what's happening is that Plymouth are just leaving their two big men or one big man underneath the basket. So whenever a guard beats the person who's marking them off the dribble, you just met with one of their big men just standing there like a tree and just standing and just there putting their body in the way just to discourage a shot or a layup. So I think Wolves need to go back to what they were doing so well in the second quarter and see if they can reproduce those raining those threes in and see if they can claw it back that way. Just to change something up.
Well, they've hit 3 so far in the second half, but they hit 9 in the first half. So 12 from 20 from downtown for Worcester so far, but still only shooting 33% from 2-point range. 8 from 24 in the game. McGill travelled with it, and so Ricky McGill. Plymouth certainly looking and feeling in control right now. 86 to 62. So Brandon Anderson looks to thread his way through the traffic, puts up the three. Brandon Anderson suddenly finds another one. So now, here come the Raiders again. McGill and Mike Morsell for three in reply at the other end, finds one from downtown. They're all happy to shoot from outside tonight. Anderson, step back, great defensive stand from the Raiders. Boutnick looking to find a way inside, puts it high off the window, draws the foul, and
Foul given against number 1, Prince eBay. Foul into the line
so
for 2.
Prince eBay with his second foul of the game. And Ashley Hamilton putting in a real shift tonight, 18 points and 8 rebounds from Ashley Hamilton. So only one ball away from a double-double. Or 2 balls away. 8 plus 2 is 10.
Oh, I've just updated.
8 plus 3 is 11. Hamilton. Oh, pass into McGill. McGill turns the corner. Didn't go. And now Anderson will kick it out to Kimball. Snatch 3 from him.
They're fighting.
Worcester, they're not going away. 19 it is. Yeah, not scared to take the outside shot. But, Hamilton muscles his way in. Beautiful finish from Ashley Hamilton. 20 points for him now in the game. Boutnick. Anderson all the way to the finger roll. Worcester just clinging away, but they need to string some stops together here. Ashley Hamilton puts the long range two straight in the bank. So Raiders not far off back in the ton now. Kimball. Jordan Williams just mistimed the pass. Boutnet can't get there. So turnover ball. And great defensive effort from Plymouth, has to be said.
Yeah, they've played as tough as they need to play with the way the referees are calling. They've played aggressive. They've planted those guys underneath the basket. So when Wolves players have, and that then allows the outside players to almost like overplay them, play tough. Don't let them have an easy shot. Don't let them beat you, you know. And if they do beat you, you know that you got that help. You know you got that help from inside.
Anderson. Swigan fouled under the bucket, pushing foul. So there's going to be two from the line for Josh McSwiggan. So Paul James deep in conference with the referee.
Yeah, he's saying the ball was he was dribbling it when he was on his back, and there
was no shot there.
No.
McSwiggan makes both of those. Josh McSwiggan is carrying 4 fouls. There's 4:28 to play in the ball game. Kimball strips the ball away. Josh McSwiggan for 3 doesn't go. Rubiaro ships it down to Ricky McGill, who duly delivers. 21, the difference.
4 minutes to go though.
So about next. Williams. Nothing going at the moment for Wolves. And so Dusha, second foul of the game for him.
He hasn't played many minutes, has he?
Nope. So Dusha, 6 minutes played in the game, 5 points for those 6 minutes. Having said that, but it's Ashley Hamilton with 22 who leads all scorers in the game. And Lubiaro reattaching one of his limbs. Oh, good work from McGill. The ball has gone loose. Jump ball once again. That's going to be a Wolves ball. And so sideline ball, and the floor attendant will just tidy up before we get back underway. So 3:51 to play. The lead back out to 21 points. So Williams has it. Anderson. Brandon Anderson muscled out of it. Lamar Kimball for 3. Doesn't go. Hamilton.
Plymouth can't get it out at the moment, can they? It keeps on coming back.
So
Williams takes a breather.
Mike Parks checks back into the game. Swigan did well to collect that, and Swigan gets it in to Parks. Parks just puts it up off the window. Denzalubiaro goes to Dusha at the top. Well, it was all arms and legs, but Ricky McGill with another great finish under pressure. Brandon Anderson looking for the three. Martin Boutnet this time, he drives inside, dispossessed once again. Kick ball, and yeah, Plymouth struggling to get it into their front court.
It's almost like suited him a little bit because he's got the game for the last 2 minutes has just gone messy and
yeah. So Kimball drive it inside. He's fouled, so he's going to go to the line. The clock is draining away ever so slowly here.
Really weird. Are the Plymouth have kind of lost their discipline, or are they cool, or I don't know? The referees are calling it somewhat differently all of a sudden, because you look at that one, you go, where was the foul there, sort of thing. Has that not been happening all the game through? And strange.
Well, it puts Lamar Kimball on the line for Wolves. Worcester with a bit of a mountain to climb now. Kimball doesn't make the first of those two. And with a 21-point lead and 2 minutes 50 to go, it's pretty much home and hosed if you're Plymouth. He doesn't make either of those two. Stripped away again, unbelievable. Anderson this time off the side of the backboard, as he said. It's a bit of a mess right now. Prince Ebay picks up another foul, puts him on 4 fouls. So that is going to be Brandon Anderson once again back on the line. And actually that was given on Denzalubiaro, so 4 for him now. And Brandon Anderson on the line for Wolves. Strokes the first of those two. 20 points the lead for Plymouth. So if Worcester are going to win this, they're going to need something pretty special. It's Anderson on the line. It's been a tough schedule for Wolves. 3 games in 5 days. They're down at Surrey tomorrow. And now referees disagreeing. They've given it as a Wolves ball. So the entire game being played in one half of the court right now. Anderson, Kimball, check out. Wilkins, Nathan, Ramsdale, Owen check in for Worcester. So 20 points it is. Mika Elan on the inbounds. Mike Parks. Ramsdale Owen gets his first touch of the ball in the game. Wilkins. Elan, they go out to Ramsdale Owen in the corner. Puts up the 3, doesn't go. Beastie, who's checked in. That says Elliot sentence. That's Beastie, puts it inside to eBay. The alley-oop doesn't go. And sometimes they look spectacular, and other times they just look like it wasn't a terribly good idea.
No, it was just a bit too close to the basket.
Yeah. Would have been one to hold the highlight reel referee once again, having a conversation. So Denzalubiaro checks out of the game. Walker checks in for Plymouth, 2:07 to play. So one of the youngsters getting a run out. Mike Parks, it's the second of those two. It's been a tough game, very tough physical encounter. As expected, Dusha on the ball now. 3-second violation. So turns it over once again. 1 minute 50 to play. Elan driving inside, foul on the floor. Worcester not going away.
Foul given against the 9 sentence. England to the line for 2. Timeout called.
So,
Plymouth Raiders.
Paul James calls a timeout.
Yeah, I think he's sort of saying, guys, look, what's going on? We're 1 minute 46 seconds from clocking out. Don't clock out yet. You know, even though we're 18 points up, ain't over yet, and we've got to play. You're paid to play basketball, and it starts at 40 minutes and it ends in 0-0. So let's get out there. Those people who've come on, well, you've come on. Start playing basketball.
Well, a couple of changes. And Josh McSwiggan back in down the stretch. He's your go-to three-point guy looking out there right now. So, okay. And away they go. So Mika Elan doesn't make the first. Worcester struggling from the line now. And this is the beauty of not having a crowd. You can hear everything that's going on the court. You'd want a bit of noise right now, that's for sure. Mika Elan sinks the second of those two. So 17 it is. It's going to take something super special. Worcester just looking to close this deficit down as much as possible now. Dusha, VC Dusha, cross court to Beastie. Beastie with the fake, and Beastie hits the triple, and with that the Raiders bag their ton in this game. Ramsdale Owen, Parks, Wilkins. Elan, Ramsdale Owen, he fills the fake. Good set up, doesn't go, collects his own rebound. Elan kicks it out to Wilkins. This time Wilkins back to Elan. They're looking for that triple. Elan drives inside, and Prince eBay taps it away. Well, that was marginal, I think, at best. Beastie once again in the corner. One from either side. Inside the last minute of the game, 42 seconds to play. Ramsdale Owen. Right, Parks, he puts up the triple. Nothing to lose at this stage. So, get another. Just 8 seconds between game and shot clock now. VC Dusha is not giving up. He's dancing his way inside, and he is fouled. So end line ball with 13.7 seconds to play. Prince eBay takes a breather and checks out rather than taking a breather. So VC Dusha on the line. So Dusha doesn't go. Yeah, been a tough night at the office compared to the last one for the Worcester Wolves for certain. Dusha sinks that second one. But we did say, didn't we, Chris? Muscular, physical encounter, and so it's proved.
Yeah. And we expected that from on Wednesday night, and it did, and Wolves came over it.
Well, there is the final buzzer, and it's finished here. Plymouth Raiders 104, Worcester Wolves 82. Chris, thanks for your input as ever. We hope you enjoyed the coverage with us here tonight. Surrey hosting Worcester Wolves tomorrow, and of course you'll find all of that somewhere online, I'm sure, on the BBL player. You will find the game. But anyway, that's all from us here from the Worcester Arena. From me, Julian, I'm a very good friend, Chris Lowe. Thanks for watching.